Hey guys, HuzzyGames bringing you another video, and welcome back to the Climb to Master. So once again, we are on the main account. We are doing a POV commentary, and yes, we are playing Teemo. So this was part of the kind of stream that I got very frustrated with the game, and I just decided to play a bit of fun. But at the end of the stream, I just didn't really want to commentate anymore, so I kind of just chilled, and I decided that if we have good games, I'll make POV commentaries. So we're against a Quinn. And I did, by the way, pick Teemo into knowing I'm against a Quinn. I've said countless times, and like, I do think Quinn could be a cool champion, but she just is bad. Like, I don't know how else to say it, but like, anytime that you have a Quinn on your team, instantly your comp is bad. Like, I know that's a pretty harsh way of saying it. Obviously, that's an extreme thing. If 4 of your champions are great and they work well together, your comp can be okay. But Quinn doesn't fit any comp. She is the outlier, one of the outliers to League of Legends. Now, some people may go, isn't she similar to Teemo? In some ways, yes. But Teemo has great scaling. His 1v1 in lane isn't bad. And he actually offers quite a lot in later game for, like, comps. He can blind kind of things that are very important to blind. His mushrooms can be incredibly annoying, good for objective control. He can add to a comp. Quinn doesn't really add to a comp. Quinn in herself is an individual champion that does individual things. That's Quinn. And I still, to this day, I really wish, and I've also just noticed, that might have been weird for the last video, I just noticed that the sub number was overlapping, so hopefully that wasn't too distracting if that was also true in the last video. But yeah, I do actually really wish Quinn got a rework. I've always said the story goes, I don't know if we've ever had it like officially confirmed, but the rumor has it that what happened to Quinn is that the champion is being designed, and very late into her design process, something happened that, like, someone high up at Riot or whatever poked their head in the design office. Obviously, this isn't exactly how it would have happened, but basically it was like, you know, that champion you're making, that I think at the time she was either an AD carry or she was like an assassin. It was one of the two, and they basically said change the champion fundamentally, like change it to be something else, and that's how we ended up with Quinn. So Quinn is a very niche champion that only generally people like. Quinn players play Quinn. Nobody else plays Quinn. If you like the play style, you'll like it. She obviously is... I don't know even if you would call it a cheese pick. I guess it's technically not, because like the only role that you'd arguably want to play Quinn in is top lane. But she kind of has that cheesiness like of an AD carry top lane, kind of like a Vayne or something against most bruisers in top. And this is where the kind of the disaster happens for Quinn, is if she ever has to blind pick, she's in trouble. And that's what happened this game. So I got counter pick, and yeah, because I was in kind of a funny mood, we just played Zed, which we won. It was a good game. I occasionally have just hilarious loopy games playing Teemo. Oh, I just forgot. Wait, where is it? Oh no, I did promise the audience that I was going to wear the Teemo hat while doing this commentary, but I don't know where it is. No. I don't know where it is. I'm so sorry, everybody. Oh, well. But yeah, I got blind pick. So why does Teemo counter Quinn? So two kind of things, if you will. The major one is Quinn is, as we said, an AD carry that abuses the range versus melee matchup a lot in top lane. Well, if you're picking Teemo, or if you're picking something ranged, you're not really going to get abused by that. And, you know, you're not going to get abused by that. She doesn't have that advantage. So that's one. And then secondly, weirdly, I know this is going to maybe sound weird, but you'll see it in this game. Quinn, naturally, with her ultimate, is a roaming champion. She wants to go make roams with her ulti. Teemo's really good at not letting that happen too much. He's actually a very strong split pusher. He pushes towers. If you go the Nash's Tooth build, which I do this game, he pushes towers really quick. If you leave him alone. So, you know, you're going to get really punished if you go on roams. And clearly, obviously, Quinn is not a teleport taker. Yes, she's a very fast champion. That's kind of why she doesn't have to take teleport. She's an Ignite champion. So, you know, if she goes roams to bot lane, which is not out of the realm of possibility for a Quinn, you're the other side of the map. And by the time you come back, Teemo could have killed 1, 2 towers. You're like, well, that happened. So you'll see this game, you know, I'm speaking of this game quite confidently because, yeah, you know, I like Teemo. I occasionally have good games of him. Really weird flash play by that Quinn. I don't know what that was about. So you know, they technically trade my flash, so that might be what they were wanting. But I don't really know why she flashed there. Maybe a bit already, maybe, you know, a bit of taste of her own medicine, a bit of frustration laning against a Teemo. Because I'm already quite a bit ahead in farm, by the way. I decided to wait for one tier 1 boots, and also going to go for corrupting potion. So yeah, I was already a wave plus above in farm until I got ganked. So she would have caught up a little bit now. By the way, yes, we do have a Zeri mid. I don't like Zeri mid. Again, Zeri mid to me, again, is a kind of cheesy thing. She's designed to be an AD carry. Her weakness, arguably, is that she is very, very, very one-shottable. And assassins are a great pick into Zeri. So you are, again, it's that philosophy that I've always been confused about. You're actively taking an AD carry into a role that is designed to kill you. Mages, assassins in mid are designed to kill AD carries. That's kind of the I can't remember what it's called, but you know, like the triangle of like this kills this and this kills this and this kills this. That's the triangle. An AD carry, yes, can kill those type of things, but they can get killed very easily. You know, a major assassin is literally mainly designed to kill an AD carry. That's their primary target most of the time. So not the lane that I would take an AD carry into, but yeah. So Quinn has not gone back. That did, I will say, confused me a bit. So she's now in more in my territory. I'm right now, I'm not kind of running all in at her because I don't want to scare her off, but obviously we know she doesn't have Ignite. And by the way, this is perfect. Taking this free damage, completely fine, because what that's going to do is completely bait the Quinn to die. So with the, I don't even Ignite. She ignites me out of panic, I guess. I was never going to die. We get first blood, and I don't even use my Ignite. Again, don't use your Ignite if you don't have to. And that was a great situation that I never had to use it. So, you know, it's not like in another fight upcoming, Quinn just killed me because she has Ignite and I don't. Well, she used it when she shouldn't have, and I didn't use mine when I didn't either. So I actually have kept advantage in lane for holding it, which is great. So I'm going to push in the tower, you know, try to do a bit of tower damage here or there, and Quinn returns to lane. So yeah, not bad. Good first blood. You know, a bit of a, weirdly, I will say, a 5 to 6 minute first blood feels a little bit late in modern day League. The game, obviously, tempo has gone up a lot over the years. So yeah, a 5-6 minute first blood feels a bit later than normal. But that's a great start. I do, by the way, opt for, meanwhile, Kha'Zix gets Dragon, unfortunately for us. I opt for tier 2 boots. So why opt for tier 2 boots early? Well, it's a range versus range matchup. Often will be like, you know, weird ult by Echo there. Weird exhaust by Zeri has to be said also. Not really sure what that was about, and that will be, I think, the fight over there. But yeah, a range versus range matchup, you can see she's rushed tier 2 boots also. When you both are ranged champions, it's basically who can auto-attack who first. And movement speed is a big part of that. So they do chase down the pike and they get him, which is great. So yeah, I'm using a mushroom, which I don't even know. This, by the way, is the latest Teemo skin. I don't even know what the mushrooms were. Like they're a shell or something. If you look on the minimap, by the way, yes, you are seeing Quinn roam to bot lane. No idea. Again, maybe, you know, her farm, she's dropping quite a lot compared to me. She's already died once, and maybe she's like, you know, it's very similar to that situation if you just watch that Z game. Sometimes these players who are like roaming player, or they're on a roaming champion, they get it into their mind a bit too much that you have to roam. Sometimes, again, a lot of the time, roaming can hurt you if it doesn't work out. Now, luckily, the Quinn did return back to top lane at good timing. You know, she didn't stay roaming and lose 2 minion waves to a tower. So that was good. So maybe that was her plan all along. But yeah, it's a risky playstyle to do here or there. So I'm just putting some mushrooms out in key areas that I would expect if I'm going to get ganked, someone would likely walk over. Especially that corner one, by the way. Because if you go from Tribush up, it's very likely you'd hug that wall to get into top lane. And that's where I'm going to put that mushroom. So she misses her Q, that opens up for mine. And obviously she does have a kind of blind as well. It's not exactly the same as Teemo's. They're both technically, I think, called blinds. But yeah, they work differently. Hers one denies you vision. As you can see, we're nearsighted. Teemo's one doesn't do that. Teemo's one just makes you that you can't auto-attack during the duration. From memory, something funny is about to happen as well. So again, she cues me, and I think she decides to go for an all-in. She goes properly for it, and again, I don't know. Like, if she gets ignited, she gets poisoned, she dies, and again, the funny thing, that wasn't it, by the way. Watch now. So I was half paying attention. I think at this time I looked at Twitch chat, and from memory, something a bit crazy is about to happen. Wait for it, wait for it. Any second, I think. Boom. Kha'Zix is here. He literally walks on a mushroom. You can see, because my damage is still ticking on him, you get, like, brief, like, locations of where he is, and I kill him. That's great. So that right there shows of having these kind of random mushrooms around. They pay off big. Really good. So that's a double kill, which I wasn't expecting, if I'm completely honest. So yeah, very nice. I think, by the way, do I change what I was going to do? Yeah, I do. So, okay, so why did I bought a recurve bow, and then I sell it, and then I go for blasting wood. Why? So there's actually a logical decision that I made here. Because it's range versus range matchup and Quinn has that blind, I'm actually not really getting to auto-attack her that much. So I go for higher AP rather than the auto-attack, the attack speed, and that actually is going to benefit me more right now. Because I might be able to land a Q on her, or a mushroom might hit her, but I'm not exactly auto-attacking her 4 times with that attack speed. So she does roam, again, naturally, she roams to mid lane, and she will pick up her first kill of the game. But she's staying mid lane now, and that is going to potentially open up the tower for me. So you can see, again, putting these mushrooms around, that is half of what Teemo is kind of all about. They do a lot of damage in late game. I will say, I used to be kind of in the camp that I didn't really think Teemo scaled well. I will say, I have fully opened my eyes and kind of woken up. He scales very well. His damage is obnoxious. And I will say, there is part in that, you know, Teemo, meanwhile, that's a very squishy Nunu. He does go down. Quinn's still mid lane, by the way. There is part and parcel that a lot of the time when you're playing Teemo, your damage will be very high. And it's not exactly sometimes the most useful damage. Like, Karthus, when he's ulting 5 people in the middle of a team fight, that's useful damage. Teemo hitting a mushroom on a jungler in their jungle, and then the next jungle camp, the jungler heals back up to full health, isn't exactly good damage. Quinn's bot lane, by the way. It's not exactly, like, useful damage, but you know, it adds to your damage numbers. I have no idea what the Echo was doing. Obviously, he had ultimate up to go for that play, but he got stunned, and then I guess he couldn't ult. Not really sure. Zeri not having a good game, but if I'm completely honest, I wasn't surprised. Zeri's not a mid laner. So yeah, I wasn't too surprised. She's against an Echo, which, you know, the Echo wasn't doing good, but also a Kha'Zix, 2 assassins, you know, which are designed. Unfortunately there, you can see that Felio Assault was amazing. He just had the wrong weapons. If he had the flamethrower there and it did the big boof and fire goes everywhere, he would have probably got like nearly a triple kill. But anyway, like I mentioned earlier, Teemo, if you leave him alone, he will end up kind of pushing quite fast. So the tower's gone in top lane. And I'm like, okay, this is going well. 12 minutes, we killed the tower solo. I don't think... Oh, no, we've had 1 gank. Yeah, we've had 1 gank so far, if memory serves correct. And right now, you know, I am kind of like, I'm going to just stay in this bush and look to do some damage to the Quinn when she returns to lane. I do think she knows... I think she knows I'm in here. I think as I walked into the bush, there was minion vision. So yeah, she did know I was there. Maybe, you know, she was just checking it, which was smart. But yeah, because I could have based, but I obviously didn't. I do have like 2,500 gold, by the way, so I do want to use that. That's a lot of gold. You can see. Now, the point is, I think she was like hiding an ultimate there because she was looking to take a fight on me. But in no world she would beat me right now in a 1v1. It just wouldn't happen. I've got Ignite up. I'm very, very fed. She just stopped my base, by the way, and... Yep, I didn't even know what was going on, but just the Q, instant Q into an auto, not bad damage straight away. And I am pinging to my team. Meanwhile, the Echo, I think, slight tilt. Oh, from memory. Oh, yes. Some of you may have noticed the Echo's name, I think, is like Sinister something. Sinister Time. It was a cat one trick. So, obviously, last game, if you remember, if I played Zed, if you watched that match, I didn't ban cat. And instantly there's a cat in the game, right? It was like hilarious. I banned cat for basically 3 weeks or a month straight. I haven't seen 1 cat arena on the enemy team, and it's been glorious. I don't ban cat because I decided to ban Gwen instead, and boom, instantly there's a cat. This next game, all right, I'm going to go back to banning cat arena. Boom, I ban a one-trick cat arena on the enemy team. like, that's how popular that champion is. It's absolutely absurd how popular that champion is. And again, it's not for no reason. There's a reason that she's popular, because she's so effective in solo queue. That's the point. She wouldn't be that popular if she wasn't effective. She's very effective in solo queue. So, yeah. Anyway, going to return to top lane. And I will say, I did kind of make a funny joke during this game, because again, these games were streamed. I just didn't commentate for them. I decided I was actively, meanwhile, I don't know why, she decided to go for an all-in on me. You can see just like she gets the initial burst damage, but then the complete turn of the fight happens and she runs away. But yeah, I was making a kind of funny joke of the fact that, like, how am I going to commentate this match? Because literally, you know, a little bit of a spoiler, I basically do this the entire game. This is kind of what I decided to do on Teemo. Win my 1v1 very well, push the advantage massively, and, you know, look to kind of snowball the top lane. If she wants to go roam, I'm going to punish that heavily. So then basically you're denying a huge part of that champion's kit. Quinn is a roaming champ. I am going to punish you so hard if you roam, by your tier 2 tower will be gone. Your inhib tower will be gone. You cannot roam anymore, which is what you want to do as that champ. So Echo, you know, still nearly gets that kill. Zeri goes down again in mid lane. So Quinn is roaming a little bit still to mid, as she's especially roaming when I'm not in top lane. That's kind of her opportunity to roam, which makes sense, because I'm not, like, punishing her from not being in top by, like, hammering the tier 2 tower or something. I decide just to walk over to mid lane just to protect that a bit, just in case they're looking for that tower. And obviously, again, absorb the farm a little bit in mid lane, which may have gone to waste otherwise. Nunu might have taken it if I didn't, but yeah, you know, may as well take some of it. So build-wise, pretty standard on Teemo. Nash's Tooth first item, and then I think I end up going for a Liandry's. Or no, I don't. I think I go Luden's this game, actually. Why Luden's over Liandry's? I think I go Luden's. Basically, if you look at the enemy comp, they are really squishy. So Quinn is now bot lane. She's roaming down. She gets killed. Both her and Echo die, so the two solo laners try to kill our bot lane. They both just get turned on and killed. But basically, the enemy team is stupidly squishy. Like, again, they don't really have a tank. They have, like, 3 assassins. I guess you would kind of count Quinn as an assassin, potentially. So pretty, I will say, easily one-shottable for a Teemo in a full combo. So that's kind of why I decided to go more the burst Teemo build, which is a perfectly good build, by the way. You know, but it's situational. Do it when the game allows you to do it. Don't randomly do Ludens when they have a Scion top and a Hecarim jungle. You need Ludens in that. You need Liandry's in that situation, and Demonic. But yeah. So because obviously Quinn died, and then I don't even know if she's returning to top lane right now. There she is. Again, punish the roam, as I've mentioned a few times. That's my strategy. What do? Kill tier 2 tower. Like, that's kind of what I'm going for. It seems to be working quite well. And now I'm doing the bush tactic. So I decided to, well, I was going to do the bush tactic, see if I could randomly get a pick or something. My bot lane has joined me for some reason. You see, I buy Liandry's here. I look at the enemy comp and I decide against it. Or I was going to, and yeah, I decide against it, buy Luden's instead. Which I know typically probably isn't on people's mind. A lot of people, obviously, with Teemo being a dot champion, it's like, oh, you know, get the dot items. But again, sometimes it's worth adjusting the build, thinking it through. If there is a better idea to do it. So Echo, again, dies to Aphelios. Does it, by the way, surprise me that a Katarina one-trick is playing Echo as her alternate pick? No, that does not surprise me at all. They are quite similar champions in quite a few ways. So my Zeri dies again. She was overextended by herself again, which also then kills Brom. Or she wasn't technically by herself, but they were outnumbered in the enemy territory, which wasn't exactly the place to be. And where am I? I'm top lane again. So what I'm literally looking to do, just to make the point clear, I am looking to break open their base. That is my aim right now, is if no one comes top lane, like you can see, look at the minimap. Quinn is down in bot lane again. She's in our bottom jungle. I don't know why. I am looking to punish this. This is what I am looking to do. This is my job. I am typically not a split push player, as people know. I don't love the playstyle of split push. But Teemo, he's not a great team fighter. Like, people may say, oh, he's okay at team fighting. His mushrooms. Yeah, his mushrooms can be good in team fights. You can put your mushrooms down and then go back to top. Like, literally. So what have I done? I've broken into the enemy base. And what am I going to keep doing? I'm going to continue roaming. So they've got 2 people to try and stop me, do a bit of damage to the Quinn, get her to half health in 1Q, 1 auto, basically. And we get the dragon. So we get the dragon. Enemy team obviously doesn't have the numbers at the moment, so I can just kind of be here for free. Enemy team, you know, would the Quinn and the Pike look to kill me? Maybe. But what I'm going to do, bingo bango, with the burst. That's why I've done the burst build. Quinn's dead. So there's 1 kill. I'm going to continue pressing on for the inhib. So I know Pike is still in the area. Just dodge him, and there you go. I've got a kill in 2v1. Which was a bit of a weird 2v1. They never really fully engaged on me because I think they both knew I was going to kill them if they both engaged. And we get an inhib. So, like, literally really doing a good job here on Teemo. It does show he's a scary champion if he gets up and running. I flash over the Pike, gonna get the kill, but unfortunately Nunu gets the kill. By the way, yes, that is a Brom solo killing the Echo. You did see that correctly in the kill feed if you were paying attention to that. So, yeah. You did, by the way, also see an early surrender. I don't know why one of my teammates did early surrender. It's a bit weird. But yeah, we are overextending at this point a little bit, and I will go down. So, should have backed off probably a little bit sooner there, but you know, it's fine. That was my first death. Doing a bit more damage with mushrooms over to the Kazakhs who walked on 1, and that will be that. So again, because it's the burst build, what item am I looking to buy next? Rabadon Deathcap. So yes, I'm just trying to maximize AP right now. Some people will say, what about Void Staff? Perfectly fine option, potentially. But realistically, I actually don't see the enemy team buying much MR. You can see the Quinn's got a null mantle. But, like, it's not going to be a ridiculous amount of MR like a tank would have. They're all really squishy. So I can kind of abuse that by just going crazy into just heavy amounts of ability power. So that's the idea. So, again, he's alive. I will say, by the way, this skin, not a bad skin. You know, it's not... I don't know. It's all right. So Zeri dying again. She is 2 and 5, by the way. She had a not great game. The Aphelios was doing good, though. The Nunu was doing okay. And, you know, again, we've done pretty good work here as Teemo. So I was really happy with that. Now, watch the kill feed. Watch the mini-map. Look at the mushroom near the enemy base. You'll see the Quinn portrait go there any second. By the way, yes, I decided to do Baron at this point. So I was like, let's just do Baron. I don't know why, but the Brom decided to try and, like, 2v1 enemy carries. So here we go. Look near the enemy base, everyone, on the minimap bottom right. Quinn, bonk. She's onto that bush. She walks onto a mushroom that I put there earlier, and I do end up getting another kill. So I will say, I didn't actually realize. My stream started laughing, doing like Kek W and LOL in chat, and I was like, what's going on? And they're like, you haven't realized yet? I was like, what? You got a kill on Quinn. I literally, after this game, you'll see it. I actually include it in the video from memory. I include it in the video of going into the replay file to see what the hell just happened. Because I didn't know. I literally didn't know how I got a kill or what happened. Yes, obviously you can guess it's probably a mushroom is involved. But yeah, honestly, really happy with how I played this game. Very clean. You could argue this is a great example of counter-picking, that we counter-picked a Quinn. And, you know, some people, I hope, probably have like a little bit of like, yeah, justice. Because Quinn herself is a counter-pick to melee champions in top. I countered this Quinn this game. Like, that's the idea. This is what happens when Quinn herself gets countered. So I walk over to the Jhin just to stop him ulting. I'm like, oi, cut that out. I am trying to fight them in a 2v1 at the situation. Not the best idea. And because literally my whole team, I don't know what really happened. My whole team died. I don't know. I don't really know what happened in that situation. Nunu and Aphelios got killed. And then I was completely left. You saw I like panned and I was like, wait, where's my team? Yeah, they all died. I don't know. Obviously, there was only 3 of us, I think, in the enemy base. Zeri was side laning and Brom was dead, so he was just respawning. No idea. So Zeri is looking to end the game. She's ulted with the Brom. Big damage there. More damage incoming. If she can get it, she can get the double kill. Will they get the triple kill before the game ends? Probably not. Jhin flashes for safety. Bit of tower damage there. Does the Brom take? And she's going to get a bit more farm, because I guess why not? And there's the game. So really happy with that. That's, again, a good example of counter picks can sometimes make an impact. And we countered a counter champion. There you go. Because Quinn is a counter champion. That's kind of her main job. And we countered that. So hopefully that, guys, made you happy in some situations. So very nice. So that after, you can see the match history in the top left, by the way. After a very kind of rough game, you saw like the Pike, and then there was a few losses in between the Z game. Very happy with that. So we get up to 83 LP, nearly back in Diamond 3. But yeah, we go 5-2-1, 178 farm, and damage-wise, doing one of the most damages in the game. Honestly, I will say I was quite surprised the Quinn's damage was so high, but just remember, the Quinn was actually getting roams on this Zeri and actually dealing damage to the Zeri and killing her, because there wasn't much happening in top lane when it came to the Quinn. We were denying her quite hard. But yeah, I do think any second I will go into the replay from memory. If I recall, it should be literally any second. Let me just double check. So yeah, I'm downloading the replay, and let's just watch together what happens to the Quinn. Because at this point, I will still say, obviously I've kind of told you what happens. At this point, I still don't know what officially happened. People kept saying, Huzzy got a kill, and I didn't realize. I really didn't know. So here we go. So I see roughly when it happened. I found like where the time happened. So there's the Quinn. This is the Brom. So this is when the Brom died as we're doing Baron. He, for some reason, goes really overextended to stop the Quinn basing. I think maybe he didn't know Kha'Zix was around. So Quinn is low. She stops. I don't know why she just doesn't base there. So she goes into this bush and then dies. So that's what happened. But yeah, kind of funny. But if you guys enjoyed, please do throw a like on it, throw a comment, throw a subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.